So as mentioned in previous tutorials, in the Factbird system, you're able to track your batches or work orders in the system. So here on the batches page, you can see a list of all the batches that have been completed, that are pending, and that are currently running. So let's start with how you set up a new batch in the system. So there's various ways to do this. We can integrate with your existing ERP system if you have an ERP system in place so that we can automatically import the batches from your ERP system directly into the Factbird system. We can also provide you with a batch import sheet, which is an Excel file that we provide that you can then populate with your batch information and then upload that to the Factbird system, and then that will automatically populate the batch information in the system. But of course, if neither of those work for you, there is also the capability to manually add a batch in the system. So let's go over how we do that now. Jumping back into the batch page here, to add a new batch manually, you can come down here to the bottom right and click this plus button, and then click add a batch. So there's an option to do this entirely manually here, but if you have set up products for previous batches, then that will automatically populate some of the key information. So by clicking up here to select the product, we can select this painkillers as an example. Now you can see down here that is automatically populated the validated speed and the expected speed and the data multiplier associated with that product. We can then input a batch number here. So let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but of course your batch number will be specific to whatever it is for you. And then the planned amount for this batch. So how much are you planning to produce in this batch? Of course, that will affect the performance of the batch in the system because whether you hit that target or not, of course, affects that. So let's say for this, it will be 5,000. This is for later that your operators will be able to input manual scrap once the batch has been completed and add comments. And then you need to give us a planned start time for this batch. So let's say that this batch is meant to start on Wednesday the 15th at 2:30 p.m. Okay. Later then you'll be able to put in the actual start and actual stop. That should be populated automatically once your batch actually starts and stops by your operators. So once all of this pre-information is put in, you can click create batch. And here you can see the batch we've just created is listed as a pending batch that will run tomorrow at 2:30.